Okay, what's up? We are back. That was quick, right? Quick little break in and out, bathroom break. So now that you guys watched a little bit of background on us and why we decided to do this, we figured let's just shoot right for it. Okay, today's quick topic. Oh my god, I'm wearing a hat because I haven't gotten a haircut and my hair looks kind of crazy. Anyway, so oh, look at that. That's why I love her. You see that? Okay. So, first topic. Should you let your child sleep over at their friend's home? Oh, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. So, yeah, some people say, "Oh, sure, it's great for the child to grow socially and learn certain things and gain some independence." But then some parents say, "Oh, no, not in today's times and what's happening out there." So,
Backstory.
is
Not
there?
really backstory,
There's no
but
real backstory. What
this was
backstory?
a topic for debate in our home. This is not just, we're not just randomly throwing out topics. These are things that we actually deal with in our family, our marriage. So we just thought it would be interesting to hear, or at least speak about.
Okay, look, it's obvious that we don't agree. All right. So
No.
I think one way, she thinks another. So let's just talk about it right now. I mean, we're here. So who wants to go first? You want to go first or you want me to go first?
Okay, well, my take on it is that it's character building. I think children these days, no offense to anyone, are a little on the softer end of the spectrum. So I think kids today are not allowed, or parents are a little bit more involved in their day to day. So kids don't get to develop and get as independent as per se when I grew up. So I kind of feel like, and I kind of feel like that it not paralyzes, but it kind of gives them a disadvantage because in the grand scheme of things, our kids are about to embark on their teenage years, and I think it's time for them to learn how to start doing things themselves. I mean, parents these days automatically think that their kids are gonna. I personally see that they think their kids are gonna be kids forever. Like we literally only have them as kids for the shortest amount of time in their lifespan. And I think as parents, yes, there are children, and yes, we want to take care of them. However, you do have to. Your main goal is to make them functioning, um,
Responsible
able,
adults.
responsible, caring adults. And if you're constantly trying to keep them as children or keep them not consciously dependent on you, they're never going to develop into a viable adult. So that's my take on it.
Well, then, okay. So I agree with everything you just said. Literally, I really do. I agree with everything that you just said. Um, no, no, it's just not happening. Not right now. Not the way things are, and it's a lot of crazy things going on out there right now. It's just too much to risk. You know what I mean? Yes, you want your kids to have a certain amount of freedom. Well, let me rephrase that. You want your kids to gain their independence and kind of learn and spending the night over at a friend's house. So you just think, oh, they just playing video games and eating pizza and then they going to bed. No, but these are things that they're learning, social cues and how to read the room and how to certain things, and it's great for their growth.
Right.
So I agree with you 100%.
Okay.
All I'm saying is in today's time, like what is going on out there right now. I mean, people are committing the most heinous acts, and I don't want my kid out of, and I'm not saying I want to shelter my child and just keep them, in a bubble, but I definitely want my child to experience things in their lives, but just also at the same time not expose them to potential danger.
Okay.
So um, that's pretty much it. Will we find common ground?
I don't know.
I don't know, but you know, listen, I'm okay with him spending the night when he's a little bit older.
Okay.
So now that's a great topic. Look, let's talk about it.
Okay.
What age? What age is right for your child to spend a night? Okay, me personally, 14, 15. What do you think?
Um, okay. So this is why we differ, because we've had different experiences. Everybody's experience is different in life, right? I grew up as a suburban kid. So I've spent the night very early on in the game at my friends' houses. Um, this was the 80s, of course, it was different. Um, but in the same token, uh, not to put you out there, you wasn't spending the night at nobody's house.
No.
They wasn't trying to hear that.
But that's not why I'm the way I am.
I think your experiences have molded you into the person that who you are, and because you weren't,
I won't deny
because
that.
you didn't experience that, and I don't think that the image that was given to you that was a positive one, because it was like, I wasn't there, but you know what I mean? Like they wasn't right. They were not forthcoming with you to spend the night at someone's house. Oh, if you wanted to hang out, you could come to my house, but you can't go to their house. Do you understand what I'm saying? And in an inadvertent way, that is a negative. That's a negative spin on things, because that means their house is not either safe or not good enough or not clean or whatever the case may be.
Listen,
for them to send you there.
I'm not gonna.
You could come here. You understand
I'm
what I'm
not
saying?
gonna deny that my parents were not okay with me spending the night at someone else's house.
Right, so it's not normal.
However, I don't know if that particularly was because of the dangers out there. Maybe is, I don't know, a cultural thing. I don't know. I haven't thought about it, but
By the way,
it has. Hold on a second.
Clearly, we're both of Hispanic origin. However, he's a little different than me. I'm actually half African American and Puerto Rican, and his family is from Ecuador. So two completely different upbringings.
Yes,
that's another.
She had one I didn't. So anyway, what I was saying, I was
a city kid,
and I was left to fend for myself.
Stop.
Parents.
But he was a city kid, so he wasn't, he was hanging out on the fire escapes.
I was the Palmer 5K. Anyway, listen, stop.
My grandma.
We don't have. That's a whole nother topic, whole nother episode.
No, but these experiences shape you.
I mentioned that because I do think that culture has something to do with it. Now, aside from all that, with all that being said, what I'm saying is, I really truly don't think that they didn't allow me to spend the night over at someone else's home. Maybe because my parents worked from 3 o'clock in the morning to about 2 in the afternoon, and they worked in a whole nother borough. Like they worked in Queens at the airport, and we lived in Flatbush, Brooklyn. And so you kind of
childcare.
No, man, you want to be close to your kids. You just kidding.
No,
you're just kidding. God forbid something happens, you want to be able to get to your child right away. Okay, so let's just be clear. Oh no, so let's just go on vacation. Let's let your kids go fend for themselves. No, like I was saying, I think it had something more to do with that than with the. My parents was very laid back when it came to that stuff. Anyway. That's, again, a whole nother episode. But with this here, what I'm simply saying is times are different.
Yes.
Okay? Times are very different. I'm sorry to cut you off. Times are very, very, very different. And I don't think I necessarily want to potentially, expose my child. Yeah. Listen.
That you wouldn't regret in the thing. But I'm going to say this, to play devil's advocate.
And listen, man. Oh my!
I really want to say
people just can't keep their hands to themselves, man.
What's happening then? The creepy uncle who you went to, in my case, if you went sent down south to whatever aunt, granny, whatever, there was creepy uncles or there was the older cousin. Like all those things are still very relevant today. And the craziest part is then it was a little bit more I won't say a little bit more dangerous, but like now, like people speak out. Oh no, he is a creep. You know what I mean? Like even in the family. Before it was a secret. Oh, the uncle is a creep and nobody knows. Then it was like, oh, and he's a little strange. You know what I mean? And it was quiet though. See, but now like it's all out in the open, so you might be able to, be around the family and the creepy uncle's there, but your cousin knows not to leave you around the creepy uncle. So they were dangers then.
Deaf to all creepy uncles. No, listen.
And sketchy cousins.
I agree with you. I'm not saying I disagree.
Right.
I think that 9 years, 10 years, 11 years old, just way too young in today's time to be sleeping over somebody's house. You don't know what's going on in that house. You don't know the way they are in that house.
Right.
You can know the child. Your child could love that child and be best friends with that
I
child.
agree with you.
But you don't know the background. You don't know how their inner, I don't want to say inner workings, but what's going on in that house.
It's different.
You know what I'm saying?
People are different behind closed
Did his
doors.
father,
That's
going back to what you said, a creepy uncle. Well, the creepy uncle is in that house and he lives there. He's staying with them. He's just so much, man.
I get it.
So I think at an age where, let's say they're 13, 14, let's say. At 13, 14, I would hope that you've given your child the necessary tools to go out there and make the right decisions.
Okay.
At 7, 8, 9, H to the no. Absolutely not. No, there's no way that my child's going to be at the 7, 8, 9. What? Now, 10, 11, that's where we kind of went back and forth because our child was invited to spend the night, but we made it
them every single time.
Dub City.
And unfortunately, okay, so this is why I felt
Dub City,
because it kind of affects their friendships as well. Because as the parent, it's funny because the parent says, "You know what? I understand," but in the same token, it kind of affects his friendships because they're not gonna. At what point they're gonna stop inviting him to places, and then you're not gonna. Then he's okay. Then he's not gonna have. So when he's at school and everybody got invited to so and so's sleepover, he wasn't there. So now it's gonna come to the point where like his friends are gonna be like, "Oh, we could talk about it, but you wasn't there anyway." So then it's gonna get to the point where like we're not even gonna talk about it.
You don't want him to get excluded and be treated any different.
It's not gonna be one. It's what's gonna happen. It's if someone keeps inviting you as a peer, if your friend keeps inviting you, because this happened to you, because you always telling somebody, no, you don't want, I can't, I'm tired, I gotta work. You're right. So they at some point, they're gonna be like, well, we're not even inviting him, because he's gonna say no anyway. And
I'm okay with that.
That's great, but you're okay with that at 40 something.
All I need is my slippers, and my TV remote.
Again. You're okay at 40 something years old, but him.
Whoa! Don't put my business. Don't put my business out in the street. I'm a young Thundercat. What's wrong with you?
You're more like Panther.
Oh snap!
Definitely not lying.
Yo, you know what's crazy about it is that we're not gonna edit nothing. Like I'm not cutting anything out. Listen, I want to be clear. We are so thankful if one person watches this and has a laugh because we're doing it because, but I'm telling you, I'm not going over and above and beyond just like splicing little things here and there, maybe putting a little background music, maybe, chicka jigga something, but I'm not no way going to make this a huge thing. And so, I'm not cutting any of that stuff out. But anyway, no, listen.
Let's meet in the middle somewhere.
I agree with you again. Notice I've said I agree with you about 3 times, and you have yet to say it
That's not
once.
true. I said it once.
So,
I said it
listen,
once.
the bottom line is this. I agree with you.
Okay.
But our child is now 12 years old, turning 13. Yes, he was invited to sleepovers. Yes, we've said no. We've dubbed him. And now, uh, do you feel like that's hindered him in any way? No, right?
To be
No,
honest.
no, it hasn't.
To
Yes,
be honest.
to be honest,
To be
no.
honest.
Go ahead, and
He
make up
is
something
at.
crazy.
No, it's not making something crazy. But I'm more around the goings on.
Okay.
So, to be honest, he's at the limit of not inviting him anymore.
At the limit. He's about to be 13 years old.
Right.
Okay? Go. Spend the night.
Okay.
I'm okay with it. 13, 14, cool with me. But at 7, 8, 9, I was not okay with that. 10, 11, I'm not okay with that. 12, borderline. 13, 13, 14, I'm a little bit more lenient. Not my daughter though.
And
no.
that's another conversation.
Why?
What do you mean why? I understand. You know what? That's another conversation. We're not going into that this round. Because we do know.
Why not? It's basically
in this house. And I'm working on this. What is good for the goose is not for the gander.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. Yes, gander. That's right. From up top.
Okay.
So neither here nor there. That's a separate situation. But I mean, I don't like I said, I mean I partially agree with him. I mean I won't say I partially agree with him. Well, I say I see what he's saying. I get it. 100% I get it.
You just want to take care of your kids as best as you can as a parent. That's all.
100%. But I think also when they're 13 and 14, it's a completely different ballgame at a sleepover. Like it's not as innocent as it is at 9 and 10. Like then it starts getting, then they start.
You know what? I'm really glad that you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. You know what?
They might
on second.
Looking at porn. Like,
whoa!
I don't know if say that. Like I'm sorry. I mean, we're adults here.
Okay. Listen. I'm glad. Okay, listen. I'm glad you brought that up.
Oh, this is left.
Okay. Okay. I'm glad you brought that up. Because on second, after really thinking about it, he's not sleeping over anyway. I'm done. Thanks for reminding me and letting me know. Thanks for watching, y'all. Check it out. No, because at 13 now things start getting kind of crazy, and
then you gotta watch
puberty,
and
then you gotta stop yelling.
Sorry, but it's the creepy friend. Like you never know, the guy that goes a little extra with the toothpaste on the hand, or you gotta be careful.
Toothpaste in the hand.
Yeah, toothpaste in your hands, and then they put it on your nose, and you put it in your.
You mean they tickle your nose, and then you go and you
put it. But they put toothpaste in your hands, or they put shit. Well, not when you're shaving cream at that point, but they do that, and then you go like this, and then it's all over your face. Oh no, that never happened. Yeah, because you didn't go nowhere.
That didn't happen in the hood. my man's in them wasn't putting shaving cream on your hand and tickling your nose.
You didn't go nowhere.
Busting guns. No,
you didn't go.
Could have edited that.
You didn't go to summer camp. You didn't do none of that. Yeah.
I'm crazy. Anyway, so whoa. Okay, you're extremely out of pocket.
Yeah,
You've been out of pocket this whole time. Okay, so listen. In closing, let's wrap things up. Where you stand on this? I'm a firm no. Where you at?
Yes, you need to let your children develop.
So look, tell us what
viable human beings.
Tell us what y'all think.
But I'm not saying have them out in the, but who's good and who's not.
Yeah.
If the kid that is constant, like has been his friend for a couple of years, and you've met his parents, and they've gone to his house a couple of times, or more than a couple of times, and you've interacted with his parents, you've seen his home, the inside of his home. Like I'm not saying let them go and you don't even know what the parents look like, you don't know where they live, you've never been into their house, you've never eaten her food. Like I'm not saying that at all. Please let's clarify. All I'm saying is, like, if you are familiar enough with the parents where you feel like, you know what, he should be good, let him go.
Tell us what y'all think, okay? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you could be updated and notified every time we drop a new video. This is all new to us, so we're really gonna have fun doing this. And like I said, even if one person watches, we're extremely thankful and happy. But tell us what y'all think, okay?
Yes.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.